Hi everyone, Chef Anthony here at Don's Appliances. Today I'm talking about the Miele coffee maker. We just made a couple coffees and I want to show you how to clean and maintain and keep it running smooth throughout the cycle here. So first off, we made a couple cappuccinos, made some lattes. So kind of the best way to do this, is to push it back like this, and we'll store this right in your refrigerator. So you could actually unscrew this top, and there's a cap that goes on here so you could actually use the milk. If we're not going to use it and you don't mind, and it's just going to go bad anyway, what you want to do is you want to take this and see how the milk's splattered everywhere here. We want to make sure this is rinsed out. Whether you put it in a mixing bowl and submerge it in some water to make sure it's clean, this is really where we'll see a lot of buildup and gunkage in the pipe work right here, so it'll kind of clog. They do give you a small brush in the kit, so if you pull out the kit, there's a nice brush to kind of clean that up. We want to make sure this maintains really well, because if this clogs anywhere here and here, that's where no milk will come, and you don't want old milk getting anywhere near your fresh coffee, okay? Things like that. So seal that up, in the fridge or out, that works well. All right, I'll put that off to the side. Okay, next one, we'll just look right here and see if there's any buildup under here. Sometimes there's like little coffee residue and stuff like that on these rubber fittings. That can just be wiped easily. This here is nice and stainless. I use white vinegar on this. It really comes really clean if there's any water or buildup. This will pop right out. So use the arm right here and it'll actually push right up. Okay, so this can be cleaned as well. So this can be removed. We can clean this. See how we made a couple cappuccinos and there's a little bit of milk here, a little bit of coffee, dripping. This is really where it'll go right into the drip tray. This needs wipes, so we'll clean this with, white vinegar, things of that sort. A little bit of mild soap doesn't hurt either. So open that up. All right, when we talk about it, our main piece is going to be our drip tray and our waste container. So see the finished coffee comes in these little pucks. This will discard. There's a little bit of water here, and I'll show you this. So take this right over the sink. We'll dump this down. You can throw that out and drain. Nice and easy. Drain out all our excess. We want to clip this out like this and open this up. And this is really where the extra grinds go when it rinses. We'll say rinsing the unit. So now we'll just spray that all off. And just remember, these fittings and connectors will hold a little grime or little grind. So just make sure we get a good rinse on that. Nice and easy. And then same thing with the top of this. We want to make sure it's rinsed really well. Just like that. Okay. And now it'll just go right back into place, and then we'll clip it right here. Make sure it's lined up properly. And we want to make sure these connectors are nice and dry, because these are the sensors that go in the back, okay? So make sure that's a good one. We'll put our waste container right on the top, and this is going to go right back in the unit, okay? Right, see that? Now we're going to remove our water container, and this is really where we're going to do our descale, but in here is really where the grinder is and the home of the brew unit. So see how there's a little bit of coffee that builds up here, whether some grinds fall out or things like that. That can build up over time, really move your machine up. The best way is to maybe get just a small shop vac or a suction to get in there, or blow it out with some compressed air. Sometimes I like to take a little bit of a wet cloth and just wipe this out towards the front, just so there's no buildup to where the water reservoir meets and it lines up correctly. See that? It actually just wipes out nice and easy. This is a fairly brand new unit, so I'm thinking over time, with a little bit of buildup, an older unit making coffees every day, think about using a vacuum or something like that, okay? Going to talk about the seals on these. So seals on these are nice and easy. Sometimes, even the driest beans will accrue a little bit of oil. See how I do that? Now I have beans in there now, so I'm not going to do it. But sometimes, when we're low on beans or it says add new beans, I like to clean it out. So I'll take this out and maybe just wipe it out with a little bit of white vinegar. It helps with, the oil in the beans building up with residue. So think about that as, food for thought, because it's not necessarily a huge problem. I just like to make sure that clean beans are always going in here. Okay. Close that one up, push that back, right here, so here's our descaler and our milk pipework cleaner. So in this unit, this brand new unit, they will automatically descale. So we don't have to worry about, you know, the machine shutting off. We could set a descale up in maintenance, and these cartridges last for a full year, okay? So what we do is we'll take this, and this is really where it'll drain out. So we'll put that drain right here, and now we can actually descale it. So it'll actually set up at different times or intervals, or it'll rinse every time we turn the unit on. So depending on, you know, what your settings is or what your style is in maintenance, you could really adjust that. Okay, that's a huge piece. Right, so I'll put this back where it goes, and then I'll put the water reservoir back. And really, that's all the maintenance we really need to do. The descaling now in this unit is really going to do it itself. It's going to clean the milk pipework. We just want to maintain this and be in control of drip tray, you know, kind of excess coffee buildup, and make sure there's no oily beans in those bean trays, okay? So these couple steps will really help you, you know, get longevity out of your unit, and you'll see, you know, crisp quality results and, you know, an amazing cup of coffee. So thank you so much from Don's Appliances.